As parents, we all want one thing. That's not to let our kids just get by, but actually to see them thrive. We want them to be healthy, confident, full of joy, and capable of reaching their full health potential. But in today's fast-paced world, so many children are struggling. We see it in their ability to focus, their ability to regulate emotions, their sleep, their behavior, and sometimes it even trickles into their physical health. And when that happens, it weighs heavily on us moms and dads. Because when your child isn't thriving, the whole family feels it. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking your child's health potential has been inside of them all along? That the foundation of their ability to focus, to grow, to heal, to thrive lies not in a prescription or a pill, but inside their nervous system. The secret weapon that I'm talking about is nervous system regulation. It is the foundation to your child's health. It literally affects everything, every cell, every tissue, every organ, from sleep to digestion to mood, focus, immune function, development, even how your child responds to stress and emotions. And yet, it's one of the most overlooked aspects in traditional healthcare. That's why today we're going to deep dive into what nervous system regulation really means and why it's absolutely vital for your child's well-being and how you can support it naturally without relying on medications. Before we get into the science, I want to share a story about a little man named Jake. Jake was a sweet little boy, but around 2.5 years old, things began to change. And I'm actually going to read how his mom described it because it's quite powerful. She says, "Our sweet little boy began to have tantrums, crying spells, and explosive outbursts. When he got upset, his anger would escalate so quickly. He would yell, stomp, call himself stupid, and sometimes even hit himself. Over time, this wore down his self-esteem, and they actually felt the heaviness in their home. We tried everything. Talks with pediatricians, weekly therapy, meetings with teachers and social workers, but nothing seemed to bring him the peace that they so badly wanted for him." Now, as parents, can you imagine how heavy that must have felt? To watch your child struggle so deeply and to feel like you're running out of options? Well, then one day he had a martial arts competition and things got especially explosive. So Jake's family knew that they had to try something different. And through a friend, they learned about neurologically focused chiropractic care. The truth is they didn't know what to expect, but they decided to take a chance. And what happened next was nothing short of amazing. With consistent care and time to rewire and re-regulate Jake's nervous system, his parents began to see big changes. And here's exactly what his mom told us. They said after about 3 or 4 months, we started to notice that Jake was calmer. He began to use his words to explain how he felt. He was experiencing less anxiety, he was less combative, he was less intense, and he began to smile more and even joke around. He still has moments of frustration, but now he recognizes them and he uses strategies that he's learned to calm himself down. He's happier and he advocates for himself with words and not reactions. And the biggest milestone is Jake came back to karate, but he wasn't only competing again, he was thriving. This past July, he competed in the AAU National Karate Tournament, and he came back home a 2-time national champion, earning 2 gold medals. Now, can you imagine that transformation? From an angry outburst to self-doubt to now he's smiling, thriving, he's standing tall as a champion. Well, that's the power of the nervous system when it's been given a chance to heal and to regulate. So how does this happen? Well, let's break it down. Okay, the nervous system is like the body's master control system. It helps every single cell, every single tissue, and every single organ communicate, keeping the whole body in harmony. Okay, when it's balanced, kids sleep better, they digest better, they manage stress better, they thrive emotionally and cognitively. But when it becomes overloaded or stressed for too long, it becomes dysregulated. And when that happens, trouble starts to brew and you start to see difficulty sleeping, digestive issues, meltdowns, anxiety, focus troubles, immune challenges, other symptoms, but these are all signs that the nervous system is stuck in the stress mode. And the autonomic nervous system, it controls this balance, and it has two branches to it. Okay, you have a sympathetic system, which is your fight or flight state, okay, your fight or flight response. And then you have a parasympathetic system, which is your resting, digesting, healing state, okay? And for kids like Jake, that nervous system, if it gets stuck in overdrive or in that fight or flight state for too long, the body forgets how to regulate itself, and everything from behavior to digestion to immune functions, they all get thrown off. A big player in this is called your vagus nerve, and it's one of the most important nerves for helping your child rest, regulate, and recover. But if it's stressed out and it's not functioning well, your child's nervous system is going to struggle to find balance. But that's when we see what's called the perfect storm, when all these things are brewing, okay? And as infants, we see it as like colic or reflux or difficulty sleeping or difficulty feeding. In toddlers, we see it as ear infections, immune struggles, or even sensory challenges. And then as like school-age children, we start to see it as tantrums, anxieties, ADHDs, or spectrum-like behaviors. Now imagine this with me for a moment. Imagine a world where your child can face life's challenges with resiliency and adaptation, where they can focus with ease, where their sleep is restful, their behavior is balanced, and joy fills your home. That's what happens when the nervous system is properly regulated and your brain is properly communicating to your body well. That's what's possible when we look deeper than their symptoms and truly address the root cause. And the best part is, you don't have to wait until things spiral out of control to start. Neurologically focused care or neurologically focused chiropractic care, it can help optimize your child's nervous system at any stage. If you're hoping to prevent any issues, or you're so desperately searching for answers right now, there's no bad time to start. And if you're ready to unlock your child's full health potential and help them thrive the same way that Jake did, we invite you to take the next step. Visit the link in our bio and schedule a comprehensive evaluation. That will include insight scanning technology that gives us a clear picture of your child's nervous system and the roadmap to help them heal. Because your child's story can be one of breakthrough and hope as well.